right, everybody. Joe Ray, we're at Century 2 Convention Center out here in Kansas. There are a couple halls that are adjacent to the main venue, and this is where they have all the lowrider bikes. And behind me, you'll see a lowrider police car. Usually these cars are behind lowriders. Now they're more involved, and they're more involved with the kids. And we know how much bikes are important to the lowriding movement. We all start from there and we graduate to those other levels. Heck, some of the cars that you're gonna see in there, all those guys started off with lowrider bikes. So I'm gonna introduce you to two special gentlemen that have a program that they work with the kids. And it's all education, becomes responsibilities after, gets you the right job to afford our habit. And these guys got a special program they're gonna tell you about. Eric, Dennis, introduce yourselves to the lowrider public.
All right. Hey guys, my name is Eric Arazo. I'm also known as a lowrider teacher. And this is Dennis, who's a police officer.
Dennis Soto with the Olathe Police. Been there for about 10 years. Love it.
So yeah, our program, I'll tell you a little bit about it, a little bit of history. We had a program called Hispanic Leadership Club, which is amazing. It's been around for years. I'm originally from California, moved to Kansas, and then started the Hispanic Leadership Club. It became highly academic, which is great, but we had some kids that just weren't connecting. So we knew that we had to connect with them with mentors and after school activities. So I was like, how do I get kids to come? And so I grew up in low riding. I built a lowrider bike and I just had it out, and kids would be like, yo, that bike is tight. I'd be like, yeah, it's cool. Can I have one? Yeah, bro, just come in after school Monday, you can build one. So that's how they started coming, and we started introducing mentors. The idea is each kid gets a bike frame and they get to build it throughout their high school career. And as soon as they graduate, they get to take it home and keep it. It belongs to them. We also get bikes donated to us from the police department that get picked up from the street. And people don't claim them. We refurbish them and then give them back to the community for kids in need. The partnership grew and grew to the point that we started working with the PD. The chief said, hey, I want you to build me a lowrider bike. So this bike that you see here was kid built, and it actually sits in the chief's office. And after we did that, the chief said, hey, what else can you build for us? So we said, well, why don't we build you a car? Which we might have bit off a little more than we could chew, but we took it on. And 3 years later, we were able to finish this police vehicle here that actually gets driven quite a bit. It actually is used for community policing. We actually went to Albuquerque and got to put it next to the Albuquerque lowrider police car out there. And then we brought some bikes as well to show off.
Who custom painted this?
So Aaron Munoz, one of a kind auto body, came out and showed our auto instructor teacher how to do the paint, and then he took off with the kids. So the kids and the auto collision instructor finished off the paint job.
So this is cool because usually I would get pulled over with these type of cars because of this too low, but now we're crossing over with respect, and you wind up finding out that, you know, we're not all bums. I mean, you need a good paying job to build a car like a lowrider, and they take 5-6 years of all your money. You better have a good job if you want to compete with the best of them. So now we kind of understand each other. It's just an expensive hobby, and we don't mean no harm. Of course, there's always a few that ruin it for everybody, but that's in all auto industries. But to do that, to reach out and get the word out in this way, expressing yourself with a lowrider cop car, so to speak, is fantastic, man. And it sends the right message out there. You know what? Everybody's got their jobs to do every morning, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, or you work in a factory, right? Or maintenance. It doesn't matter. You got to go out there and you got to do your job. It's just a job. You have to do it the best you can. And this goes both ways. You guys protect and serve, of course. But before I go that far, introduce us to some of the classmates.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to introduce you to the kids. The kids is what this program's about. So far, we're at 100% graduation rate. Most of our kids are in college. And I'm actually going to go ahead and start with Olathe, and then you can start introducing everybody else when you're done talking about your project.
Yeah, so I joined this club, you know, just as a normal kid. I really didn't even know about the lowrider. I just knew Mr. Ross and Mr. Jimenez. And so I just joined the club, you know, not realizing what it was about. But first day there, I felt family, you know. First day, nickname, they put Ozzy. It just showed the dedication. Second day, I got my bike. But what I realized, it was mostly about giving back to the community. We got bikes, we fixed them up, we got along with the police department. Hardly even talked to the police, and that got me talking with the police. So right here was my bike frame. I first got it was just the frame. I didn't have no wheels, no seat, nothing. And my frame used to be a green color, and I painted it. I was the first student in the Lowrider bike club to paint my bike. It's a candy orange. And throughout the time, I upholstered the seat. It was just a normal blanket. Then I was committed to go more. I didn't want my bike just to be a simple bike. So we took it to a museum, and I told Mr. Raza and Mr. G, all the mentors, like, you know what, I want to do something to my fenders. And they're like, well, go ahead. It's just realize it's in 1 week. And so I took the challenge. I did the fenders in 1 week. Designed the tape and all that. And one night, stayed up, still went to school. Next thing you know, I went to go paint it. Next day, I did chrome, clear coat. The day of the museum, I was finishing it up, and Mr. Raza, Mr. Jimenez come like 4 minutes later, and they just come and snatch the bike. So I just really wanted to show them the commitment to it, you know, actually show the pride and, you know, do something that I like, and I started doing it just so my family can also see it. So it's all commitment. I enjoy it. I appreciate Mr. Razo, Mr. Jimenez, all people brought me into it, my family, my parents. But yeah, that's just my part of perspective. We have over here, so he joined also around my time. And I'll just let you know, introduce his name, what he got into it, and why is the reason he got into it.
My name is Joseph. I grew up loving the Chicano culture, and once I found out about the program, I got more into it and stayed at the school. And this is one of the first bikes I started helping build, and we built it for the Olathe Fire Department. It took a couple weeks, but we managed to stay strong during COVID, and we got it done on time.
And this is competing in the show today, right?
Yes.
Who did you get to do the lettering? Olathe Fire Department.
One of our painters, I'm not sure who did it.
Have you seen the bikes out there in the other hall? A lot of competition out there? Well, you got a winner here. And next, who do we have here?
My name is Richard. This isn't actually my bike because I'm a freshman, so my bike's actually in the workshop. And the reason I got into club was because of Coach G. He came to my middle school. He's a really cool guy. He just came and was like, you should join the Lowrider club. And yeah, I joined it. He's actually my soccer coach too. He's a cool guy. And yeah.
You did all the work yourself on your bike, of course, right?
Yeah.
You cruise it around everywhere? All through the neighborhood? Very nice.
Alrighty, hi, I'm Christopher Razzo. I'm son of Eric Razzo over here. So I wasn't able to bring my bike today, but because we had all these other beautiful bikes to bring, but I was always into lowriders my whole life due to my dad and the whole culture that he brought to me, but I was really happy to be a part of this great organization with the whole bringing back to the community. And one of the biggest things that I've learned from this is the whole responsibility aspect, whether it be from holding the reputation of the club or just stuff that you do on the bike. So I'm currently attending JCCC, which is the college over around here. And I credit that all to the bike club for teaching me responsibilities and going out there. And now that I'm in college, I'm also going into other organizations like the Lawrence Cruisers, and I'm in my own car club, Jesus is King. And I'm out here reaching out to other organizations that give back to the community just because I saw the effect of the bike club, and that's something that I always wanted to continue. So
Beautiful story. Next.
Hello, I'm Alex. This is not my bike because I'm a freshman. I'm new to this club, and what really got me into this is the culture, is the bikes, how they're looking and how they're presented. Very beautiful. So this have teach me The days I've been there is how the family is there and they welcome me very much.
So hi, my name is Gerardo Jimenez, and I'm one of the sponsors for the club. And when I was a kid, I mean, I love lowriders from watching movies and all stuff. I mean, I grew up in Olathe, but you know, I was born in California, and then I went to Mexico, and then I came here. But I've seen lowriders everywhere, but you know, Olathe wasn't very popular with lowriders until I met Mr. Arazo, and I was just like, yeah, man, like I've seen all these movies. You know, I love how they are. I love the paint. I love the culture. I love how a bike, how a car can tell a story, our story. You know, and doing this club, I came back from just working, and Mr. Eric Arazo, he asked me to join. He's like, hey, do you want to join? And I was like, yeah. So just giving back to the kids and coming back to work into the school district and helping out all these young kids just figure out what they want to do, but just not doing bikes, but do what great in life. For example, Ozzy, you know, he wants to be in auto collision, and we're trying to help him pursue that dream, and I think that's what our dream is the American dream, to succeed. And this is what this club's about, to help the kids succeed in life, just in their life, and you know, not just for us, but for them. But it's just these bikes just tell a story, and that's what we want these kids to do. Is just put their story in the bike. Make sure they tell who they are and what their culture is, and to be proud of it. Because a lot of times, you know, they grow up not being proud of who they are. And this is what we give them, is like, hey man, you're Latino and you're proud, you're born here, this is what we do, this is la cultura que tenemos. So that's what we're working for, and that's what we're striving for.
All right, so we know that having a hobby keeps us all out of trouble. Building bikes and going on from there is going to do that for you too. These are the keys to success when it comes to responsibilities and when you go forward on in life. These are all parts of graduating when we grow up. In kindergarten, elementary, high school. Same thing with building bikes and building cars. What's a beautiful thing here is you guys have something to look forward to. The success of this is going to affect your complete future. Believe me, every time I think about where we are today, especially low riding, and especially in my own personal life, I go back to those days when I had my bikes and my model cars, and it all got me here. You meet a lot of wonderful people, and it's art. You create your own personal art. You guys are all artists, and this could lead on to bigger and better things for all of you guys. And then you got in the perfect and right program, and you guys chose that, and that was a good decision, because you're going to have a lot of decisions to make for the rest of your lives. Hope you guys go out there, see the little competition that's out there. It'll even make you better than that. But both of you right here, to come up with a program like that, Dennis, Eric, and to get the police department behind that, it sends a different beauty. Of course, there's a lot of respect, but it's building our youth, no matter if they're into low riding or not. And I think that, you know, this is a great thing, and this is your family here you guys got right here. So, anything to say, Eric?
Thank you guys, and follow us, look us up on Google us. You know, we're always looking to get some followers so that show off what the kids are doing. And thank you guys, and God bless.
Dennis?
And I challenge other police departments to do the same thing we're doing. It's all about helping out your community grow all together, not separate.
There you go. And I challenge all the other police departments just to check out our cars when you pull us over. Don't give us tickets. There you go, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.